So our first step is to write ax squared in the upper right and c in the lower left. So a squared and negative 12. Our second step is to multiply our first and last term, which gives us negative 12a squared. So we want to know what multiplies to this and then adds to our b term. So the multiples of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. 1. So if we want our ultimate result to be 1a, and we have negative 12a squared here, right? And we're multiplying to get that. So that means we have one positive, one negative answer. We want to choose numbers that are 1 apart so that they add or subtract up to 1a, right? So 3 and 4 are 1 apart, so we want to choose those guys. So we know that it's 3a times 4a equals negative 12a squared, and 3a plus 4a equals 1a. Well, one of them has to be negative. We have to determine if we want this to be a positive 1a. That means we're going to make or choose 4 minus 3 or 3 minus 4. Hopefully you chose 4 minus 3. That would give us positive 1. So that means that the 3 is negative. So we'll do that here. So we have negative 3a and we have 4a. So now let's factor out the greatest common factor from each row and column. So in that first row, we can't really take a number out besides 1 because a squared only has a 1 in front of it. So we have a squared and then 4a. They both have an a, so we'll pull out an a. From negative 3a and negative 12, they're both negative, so I know I'm going to pull out a negative. Well, the multiples of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, sorry. And the multiples of 3 are 1 and 3. So the greatest common factor of those two would be 3. So we pull out a negative 3. From the first row, again, a squared has a 1 in front of it, so there's really no number that we're going to pull out. But it has a squared and negative 3a. They both have an a. So we'll pull a out. And then for 4a and negative 12, the multiples of 4 are, let's change this, 3 and 2. Multiples of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. So I always say multiples, the factors. So the greatest common factor is 4. So our first factor is a minus 3. Our second one is a plus 4. And this means that our x-intercepts are positive 3, 0, right, the opposite, and negative 4, 0.